and welcome to my channel dedicated to women over 40 who are engaged on their spiritual path and who want to make this second chapter of their life the most meaningful, who want to thrive in this second chapter of their life. And especially if you are in perimenopause and menopause, and you experience symptoms like hot flashes, poor sleep, fatigue, migraine, then stay with me. I have something for you. So, 3 or 4 years ago, a lady came to me. She contacted me because she was in her early 50s, and she was suffering really badly from um, mood swings, this outburst of anger and fatigue. And it was not only, the that she suffered from this, she had to go through this a few times a day. It was that after a while, she has been suffering from this for a few months. It started to actually affect her life as well, and especially her relationship with her teenager daughter. So you can imagine this, what's happening during in a teenager girl this time also, of lots of changes and uh, trying to find her own path, and on the other hand, the mama also having this very strong mood swings. So this is the meeting of two really strong burning fires. So you can imagine the blazing flames that can happen in this encounter. So she asked me if there was something that I could do for her, I could help her with. And I shared with her first, actually, how the traditional Chinese medicine and the Taoist uh, view this period of menopause, and especially why those type of symptoms happens. And because she was really in this, she had this belief, and very strongly anchored belief, that uh, okay, this is menopause, this is what's happening in menopause. I have those symptoms, it's really heavy, but okay, that's it, I have just to go through it and cope with it. And I told her that this is actually from the point of view of the Taoist and the Chinese medicine. And I really love this approach because it gives the understanding that it is not normal to have those symptoms. They can happen, that it's not like they are inherent to the perimenopause or menopausal phase. They are actually signs that there are some imbalances in the energy of our organs. So typically it's different from a person to a person, of course, but most commonly the first organs that are getting affected are the kidneys. Uh, or the energy of the kidneys can get weaker for different reasons, but of course during this phase there are changes that can make that the energy of the kidneys are weaker, so is weaker. So I explained to her, I shared with her actually that how it happens, and we talked specifically about her case, like in her case, what was happening, how this mood swing came, and in her case, it was because the kidney energy was weaker, and especially what is called the yin energy, which is the, if you want, which what would bring the cooling, uh, was weak, so that there was an outburst of heat And this heat then, because all our organs are of course connected, came to uh, her liver, and this is how she got to um, experience a lot of us outburst of anger because of liver energy. Also then, if you want, had too much heat, to just give you an image. um, and so I shared this with her. And the good news is, because it's an imbalance, then we can restore balance. And I also shared with her how what actually she could do to support her kidneys with uh, herbs. One really that I recommend to any women at all stages. It's very supportive for the kidneys, but especially any woman over 40, I really recommend to have strong um, nettle, stinging nettle infusion. So that's like one part. And especially, of course, I shared with her how with which type of um, energy exercises that uh, would specifically support her kidneys and her liver to restore the balance, so that she can actually live a smoother transition in this menopause. And especially down the line, you know, there was this relationship with her daughter. She really wanted to have a better relationship, because they were just bumping into each other all the time, and you can really imagine that, right? So I shared all this with her. And the thing is, throughout our conversation, almost every at the end of every sentence, she was repeating, okay, this is anyway menopause, that's anyway menopause, that, yeah, that's how it is, that's menopause, and so on and so on. And yet at the same time, she contacted me because she wanted things to change. So there was a little bit of, and I think she was not even aware of it, that she was really strongly attached to this belief, which is really not, it's not a judgment, it is so common, a common belief that menopause uh, equates hot flushes, vaginal dryness, low libido, uh, migraine, poor sleep, memory loss, and all those things. And in a way, I would say this is the belief that uh, it is in the society, especially in the Western countries, actually. And that's the view on menopause. And so it's such a common belief that for her, that's what it is, and there was nothing else, actually. Even if it's rationally she could understand what I was telling her, and part of her could relate to that, uh, but because deep inside, she had this such a strongly rooted belief that this is what menopause is supposed to be, and she just had to endure it. And because of that, she could not get actually to the point where uh, to really consider that there was a true possibility for her. She had this um, urge to change because of uh, not even because of her own suffering. She could cope with that, but because of relationship with her daughter that she wanted really to improve, to change, not even improve, to really transform. She wanted to transform that relationship. Um, and that's why she contacted me. So part of her, the mama part, was really willing to do something uh, about it, but the part another part of her which was just connecting to herself, uh, was actually uh, staying in this belief that there was nothing else to do than just uh, wait until it passes. And, for me, that is a really very sad. Each time I see this, um, I feel very sad that so many women, so many women are still in 2026, in the 21st century, are still trapped in such belief. And especially when, uh, there is a possibility, and not even so complicated, and it's not even that you have to take hormones or anything, it's all natural. It's you doing uh, those energy exercises. And so the solution is pretty simple, and yet so many women are stuck in this belief. And for me, yeah, that makes me really sad, actually. Whenever I see this, then I feel sad. And at the same time, I know I cannot force someone, those beliefs. Either you want, if you are willing to meet them, uh, that yeah, we can work with. Uh, but on the other hand, she was definitely not at this stage. She was just so immersed and completely in this that she could not uh, go beyond, not even for the sake of what is so important for her, which was at that time the relationship with her daughter. Not even for that, she could not leave this belief. And so that is really sad. And we spent quite some time, because of course she was curious and asked me how it works. And I again, again and again during our conversation, shared with her how actually, the when the organs, when the kidney, or energy is weak, then in her case, because it was a weakness of in part of a kidney, of a kidney energy, then it was creating like a too much heat in her body. And this sharp, too much heat also then also affected her liver, uh, and this is what causes those angers and outbursts of and the mood swings. So I really, she asked me again and again, and I presented it in a different ways. And I also shared with her how I actually went through perimenopause and menopause uh, with zero symptom, simply because I have been practicing those specific uh, qigong exercises for women. And this then ensured that my organs were supporting actually the transition smoothly. So I've been through it in a very smooth way. Um, and I shared with her this possibility. Still, she was not uh, really, she couldn't get herself to go beyond her belief. So the first thing for me, uh, this showed me how strong, how impactful the belief we have around around menopause is, and perimenopause, of course, around anything else, but it, it it's so important. So if you suffer from any of those symptoms, and or you and and if you believe that this is it, there is nothing you can do about it, then I'm here to tell you, you can. These are just, and I purposefully say just, not to minimize the suffering, but these are signs of imbalances of our energy. And again, when we have imbalances, then there is a possibility to restore balance. And once we restore balance, the symptoms, they don't have to be there anymore. They're gone. So um, I hope this inspires you. If you have this belief around menopause or perimenopause, or if you know someone around you who has this belief, uh, to share with them that uh, there is a possibility and it can be different. And especially, because it affects not only us. Again, we women, we can be uh, we can be very resilient about our pain, our own suffering. We can manage. We're good at that. We can manage. Uh, but it's also affecting our relationship with our closed one. It's kind of, a domino effect. It gets everywhere. So I hope this inspires you to at least consider that there is another possibility, and not get stuck in this type of belief. And the way there is not so complicated. It's available to every woman. I will see you in the next video. Thank you for watching. Bye.